everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. I've been away and it has been more than a week since I've made a video, which is odd for me. Of course, the day before we went on vacation, I think I recorded like 5 of them. So I'm looking forward to starting, well, I've kind of started it, a Christmas card series with you. So today's card, I'm still kind of catching up from vacation. I came home, I had a migraine, I had a dentist appointment that led to a root canal, which now that is over, and it wasn't even actually that bad. It was a tooth they had been watching. But I have to go back for another visit. So it's just, you know, you come back and you think that you have a schedule and then it kind of so that's what's happened to my week. So I'm just now sitting down to make some things, and it's already Friday afternoon. It's my husband's birthday, so we are going to an Indiana Pacers game and out to dinner tonight. So I'm going to try to get this done really quick. He's coming home early for work. And then this weekend we're doing my daughter's wedding invitations. So I have high hopes that starting on Monday, my week will go back to a little bit normal, because I feel like I've lost the whole week, because I kind of did. So I'm going to do the Christmas card series, and when I came in to sit down, the last thing that I had stamped was the card that I made for my daughter's shower when we went to upstate New York for her shower. That's where we have been, and we kind of traveled either side of it, so we've seen some fun things over the last week, but it was all still here. It was the last thing I did. It was dark when I made it. So I thought, well, I'm just going to work with what's here. So this was also... I'll show you the steps that I took to get to it. This was the first card in my Christmas card series that I've done. So it's super shiny. It uses the Merry and Bright in a different color scheme. If you're thinking, where did that come from? It's the really bright stuff that's in the catalog. But when you switch the colors up, it gives it a whole new look. So this video is up. It was supposed to go up while I was gone. They didn't have good internet, so there was never a chance to get it. Then this is the one that I did for my daughter. So it uses, and I just remade another one, the Handcrafted Elements dies that are in the holiday catalog. So on it, I used these two here. As you can see, it's a good year-round set. They are getting married in a theater in downtown Indy that was built in the early 1900s. So this look, the black, the gold, the kind of Great Gatsby is what you feel like when you go in. So I wanted something that kind of reflected on that. So I've used the brushed gold note cards and envelopes. I got the congratulations out of the Here's to Love because it was a bride set and I knew it had to have a congratulations in it. So this is their card. And then I took, this one hasn't dried yet because I just made it. It will be nice and flat when it dries. But I just added the fine tip glue into all of those. You may be thinking, where did that black glimmer paper come from? I do keep some retired things to use for personal projects, and their colors of the wedding are black and gold. It's a formal wedding. So lots of black sequins, lots of gold sequins, as much black and gold as you can get in there. So I just pulled out a piece of retired black glimmer paper. So I don't keep very many stamp sets because of space, but if we have a beautiful paper that tends to be different, I keep it. Sometimes I even stock up on it because black glimmer is always going to be in, right? So these were the 2 dies that I used for her card. And as I said, all this stuff from these 2 cards was laying on my desk. So instead of, and Card Club. So I have those. This is all the stuff that I was filming. And then I finished my series for the autumn cards. So that I had kind of moved aside, but this, you'll see then how I came to this card that I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to use the Handcrafted dies. I'm going to use the brushed gold cards and envelopes. They are in the catalog there. If you are still trying to decide what to use for your Christmas cards, I highly recommend them because they're already pre-scored and folded, and you can just do something real quick to them. I'm going to put that where you don't get the... So let's start by cutting the dies. For this one, I'm going to switch it on this card. The first one I have used the gold bedazzled paper, and so you'll get to see it. That is what is here, this gold bedazzled. On this one, I'm going to try the gold foil because there's a lot of embossing on this, and I think it'll show up better. And then I have a piece of the glimmer paper that's in the annual catalog, and the number for this is down below the video. You can see it's not, or on my website, it's not quite as glimmery as the black, but it looks really pretty. And the Night of Navy gold ribbon is back in stock. And I haven't been using it because I didn't want to show it to you guys and have you be disappointed that you couldn't buy it. So I'm going to do this one right side up. I think all of the glimmer papers I have found, and I've obviously cut a bunch of them recently, if they have any, like lots of detail to them, I've been running them upside down. This is on bottom. So let's put this on here. And then we'll run it through. I'm going to run it through twice. I'm going to try to hold these so as I roll through, it doesn't move. And then I'm going to go back this way. And the second time through, it helps just pop any of that stuff out of there. So we have these. And then I'm going to take my brush tip, which isn't on the end of my Take Your Pick tool. I often use it like this because it takes up less space. And I'm going to make a mess here. I'm just going to roll it over this to help get these out before they come out. Now, the thing about this die, when you're using it together with this piece, it's only these middle ones that have to come out. The ones on the tops and bottoms are underneath the ornament. So I have those. And most of them have come out. They stick because it's glimmer paper. I mean, obviously they've punched. They're just stuck there. This is why my desk is always dirty. Now I'm going to pull this gold one out. And you can see this piece comes out of the middle. When you do it not on glimmer paper, it's going to come out really easily. The glimmer paper, you might have to pull that middle section out. Oh, yes, I like this. All of this beautiful embossing got lost in the bedazzled paper. That was why I switched. And I like it. So take your gold cards. And then for the sentiment on this one, I love this set. I love the Night Divine set, even if you get it without the dies, but the dies are fabulous too. You can use these sentiments for years to come. So I went with Glory to God in the Highest, and I'll tell you why. Because it fits the best on this card. It's also a new month. Where's my, here it is. So I do have all new thank you specials. I should have written them down. It's all painting tools that are coloring tools this month. So you can get free daubers, you can get a free Wink of Stella, and you can get free water painters. This month they have 3. So my thank you gifts always accumulate. You use the host code when you check out. That will link it to me for this month. And then you get a thank you gift. So you get VIP projects. I'm going to do this right here in the corner. I don't know why I think I can't talk and stamp at the same time. So fits perfect. This is Night of Navy ink. But it's the daubers, the water painters, the Wink of Stella. Now this is going to go on right here, but I'm going to put my ribbon on first, only because it needs a second to dry, and this card takes such a little time that I won't have a second for it to dry. So I'm going to grab my ribbon, and you just need a little piece. Kind of cut it at an angle like that. And this was out for a long time. It's the navy glittered ribbon. It's beautiful. Those of you that were in the Oh Holy Night class, this is a color combination that we used a lot of because this is the ribbon and matches the papers. You could easily adapt this card with any of the stuff you got in that class. So I'm going to stick this in here. That's why I did those as a point, so they'd go through a little bit easier. You need to be super careful because the ribbon's kind of wide. This actually works better on the bedazzled paper because it's a little bit thicker. I'm going to pull this in here just like that. I'm going to do it like a tag, like you would do a tag topper. Just pull it like that. Just kind of hold on to that and make sure it doesn't move a ton. And then you're just going to flip this back over in here. You can also tie a bow if you don't want to do it this way. I just like the angle that this gave me. And so I'm just going to pull this through. And I'm not going to pull it tight because it's not going anywhere, especially once it's on the card. So you might want to adjust it if it's flipped. It's going to give you a little bit of a bow like it might have on top of the tree. Just like this. And then we'll kind of put it on the card the way that we want it to look. And you can flip it over. One side has the glitter and the other side has the black back side of the glitter because it's glued on the ribbon. So one side's shinier than the other. So you can see that's my not shiny side. So when you do a ribbon like this, you can flip it over, and now we have both shiny sides. And then when I put it on the card, I can kind of angle it that way. Now I'm going to take some fine tip glue. And for this one, you just need to put it right here on these little scallopies. And then you'll see why I told you that this only shows in the middle. So pop this on here. And then just take a block and give it a second to sit. I'm going to put the lid back on here, and that's all the time that it will take. Okay, all I did was put the lid back on. So it will set on the card and it will dry. So if you're making bunches of these, then you could go ahead and just leave blocks on them or leave something heavy on them, but it will set. Then to put it on our card, I'm going to use dimensionals because I want the little cutouts to show, and they show better. This also will hold it on together until it dries. So put one kind of over that, because remember, only this middle section is showing. Put one up here. You don't want it to go in the dimensionals to go in the middle, but they can go right to there. Because if you do them too high, then they will show through the back. Although this is a white card, so it wouldn't be as obvious. I'm going to put this here. And now that it's on here, I'm going to kind of mess with my ribbon a little bit. So just kind of separate it out. And then I'm going to pull it over. And I'm just going to use a tiny bit of adhesive to get it to lay exactly where I want it to lay. This one has flipped back over, so it's the non-gold side, but that's the nice thing about doing it this way is we can twist it. And then for our embellishments, I looked to see what we had in blue and gold. And right now there's not hardly any Night of Navy. We've had them in the past, so you may have them. But like I said, my card club stuff was still laying here. And this month for card club, we used the basic rhinestones. They're all silver. But we didn't, I don't know that we used any silver. I may have put a silver one on a card. I don't think so, though. I think we colored them all. So you just take your blends. So for this one, I have Night of Navy. Just use your brush tip, and you can see these here I have brushed navy over. It's not very often I use a whole sheet of embellishments, but we're getting up there. So just brush those on. And then this makes the best gold embellishment. It is the Dark Wild Wheat blend. You can see some of them here. I already have it on. One's come undone. And it goes from silver to a perfect gold. And then I'm going to put 7 of them on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So super easy. How easy is this card? It will look better when this has a second to dry, but it's okay. So here it is, and I like it better in the gold foil. It's really pretty. You can see that embossing. Here it is the other way. And this one, while pretty, you lose all of that detail. So do it with the gold foil. Plus the gold foil, I think, matches the paper a little bit better. I like when I can do them over and over for you, so you can kind of see the difference. Super easy. How easy was that? If you're still looking for Christmas cards and you're like, I don't know that I'm going to have time to make them, here you go. This will take no time at all. And then in that set, there's a tag that you'll be able to use for spring or Mother's Day. There's this one, which is really all season. So we've got this. Look at all the ways to use some glimmer paper. I could do a whole series on glimmer paper because I love it. The foils and the specialty papers. So come back. I will have a few more Christmas cards for you. I am going to work on what is my next club offering. It won't be up before the weekend just because of the logistics of my life. But hopefully Monday or Tuesday. Check back and I'll show you what's going to be in my card club for November. Everybody have a great day. Bye.